Today we have our meeting. We're going to talk about Pop-Bys and announce a fun summer lead program that we have going on. And then the commercial team is going to have their meeting today at 11, and Tanya is going to be working with them on some command use with commercial real estate. And then Tanya has her regular Monday class today that's going to be on Facebook ad campaigns, tips and tricks. So you will leave that class with actually completing an ad campaign. So it's very hands-on. So make sure you have your computers ready in command for that. And then we have our CE class this Wednesday at noon.
I just got confirmation. We had to just do a little bit of rescheduling. I just got confirmation that it's going to be state of the rental market, just all the kind of new updates with everything that's going on now in the rental market. So it's going to be really great. So make sure to tune into that at 12 o'clock on Wednesday.
Great. Thanks, Melanie. All right. So we want to announce, Austin, if you want to switch to the next slide. So we have named Connie Vera our KWPP Social Equality Ambassador. So Connie will be representing our office in running first a local committee. So we'll be asking you guys if anyone wants to join a committee here within our market center to help just make sure we are engaging in social equality, and whether that means implementing different changes, different approaches, different way of looking at things. So we want to make sure everyone who wants to have a voice and be involved in that can. So, and then we have nominated Connie to actually represent us regionally for this at Keller Williams International. So we have yet to see hear back on that, but I mean, Connie, we had to get her references for that, and I mean, her reference letters were incredible. We already thought she was an incredible person because of her success here over the last year and all of her great Facebook posts and social media posts they're very compelling as far as what's going on in the world today, but without getting too heavy or political, but really, really trying to inform people. And here was a quote from one of Connie's reference letters. It says, "I've always been in awe of Connie's ability to express herself honestly with both integrity and humility. Connie is brave, continuously self-educates, and recognizes aspects of her identity that are marginalized, as well as those through which she carries privilege. She is bold in productive and necessary ways and deserves to be recognized as the leader she already is." So congratulations to Connie. I think you're on the call.
And thank you for volunteering to do this.
So more to come on this if you are interested in joining the Social Equality Committee within KWPP. But yes, again, congratulations to Connie. And Connie, if you're on the line and you want to chime up, feel free. I know you're really busy. She has like 4 new listings coming up, so she's very busy. So she volunteered to do this even within her busy schedule because it's a priority to her. So thank you for that. All right, Austin, let's go to our free lead summer. So we are really excited to talk about this. Dwight thought of it originally, but basically we want to be able to give you guys money to get leads this summer. It's really that simple. So every week, all summer long, starting this week, if you do a social media campaign through Command, and you can do Facebook, there's also Instagram in there, we'll give you $20 credit for that. And so we'll reimburse you, either if you want it as cash, if you want it off your bill, but that's it. There's no catch, there's no nothing. You can do it every week. And then we really want to hopefully see some good progress out of Command. And this will give you guys a chance, those who have maybe been hesitant or weren't sure what kind of campaigns would get good results. You can try different things. Try a listing, try an app one, try a Keller mortgage one, different things, and see what works the best for you. Try a bigger mile range, try a smaller range, and it'll be a good chance for us all to kind of share what's working, what's not working, what's getting the most success, and how many leads we're getting. And hopefully everyone will get lots of good leads and sell lots of houses this summer, right?
Right. And one of the great benefits of Command is that you are able to boost whatever ad you choose, and you're able to boost it to several different social media sites. And so the reason we're doing this is we want each of you, as we progress into the summer and the better weather is upon us and people are going to naturally want to take advantage of the better weather and be outside, we want to make sure that our agents are continuously the first position brokers for their clients. And so this is a great way, it's super inexpensive to learn how to use Command to boost and create leads and make sure people are aware that you're doing business and you're the economist of choice, and you are the realtor that is top of mind if they choose to do business or they know someone that's talking about doing business. So this is why we're doing this campaign.
Thank you. And then do you want to pull up, Austin, the examples of some of the designs straight out of Command? So here are some examples that Melanie actually put together for us. That these are the pre-made templates in Command for social media campaigns. So if you don't want to reinvent the wheel, if you don't, want to spend a ton of time, you could literally do one of these examples and have your campaign up and running on Facebook within 5 minutes. You can just add your name and info, and that you can also, everything is customizable if you wanted to change the wording on here, but this is a great pre-made one. Maybe click to the next one. Because what you're trying to get people to do on these is click to the next thing that will take them to your website. So that last one was just, what's the value? People are probably curious. This one, loan pre-approval, enables us to act fast. I know some other people have said that they've had good success. Oh, Connie, did you want to say something?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I'm trying to, hi. First of all, sorry, my voice is really hoarse right now because I was marching all last night. I just wanted to say thank you so much for this really incredible opportunity. I'm really honored to be taking on this role for our market center, and I'm going to take it very seriously. I do believe it's vital, not just in our work together, but it's important to forge a healthier, stronger community within KW, but also outside of our organization. And as Gary Keller wrote in his recent email, he denounced racism and, said that the truth is that racial injustice and inequality does persist. And so I really believe that we all have to understand that in ourselves. We have to educate ourselves, and it's a collective responsibility to learn, unlearn, relearn everything that we've grown up with understanding about race and racism. And so this is not an individual task just on my own. I really, really want other people's voices, especially. I want to emphasize, I would like to hear from my fellow BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and individuals who also identify with the LGBTQIA community. So I think we can make lots of great changes, and I'm really excited for this position. So thank you.
Thank you from everyone.
Yes, beautifully said. Thank you again. Awesome, Connie.
Thank you.
Oops, go back one.
So yeah, reach out. We'll send more information on it if you want to get involved with Connie and the Social Equality Committee here in the next couple of days. Okay, back to our leads. So this is another one of the completely created ads already made in campaigns under Command. So some other people who have done some testing have said they've gotten really good results with the Keller Mortgage one as far as leads and clicks. And anyone who's on, if you've had experience with doing any of these different ones, please chime up and share. But this is, again, another one you could just do out of the box. Okay, next one.
Well, can I make a comment on this? So this would be something to think about too for a campaign right now. I had a text this weekend that our go-to Keller Mortgage person, Carl, locked in someone at 2 7/8 this weekend. And so that is refinance territory for your clients. And so if you can send out the loan approval and whatnot, but right now, you could be doing a huge favor to your client base and potentially to people in your neighborhood by pushing out the refinance and the rates and whatnot. So I would highly encourage that you do that, because most people are, at best, are going to be in the threes. They're going to be 3.5 to 4, probably 4.25 right now. Some might be a little bit higher. If they can get 2 7/8 right now, you're their hero. That's a huge amount of monthly savings.
Yeah, that's incredible. And even you can even take some of these existing ads and change the word. So if you just wanted the wording on this to be about refinancing, you could do that also. So you have a ton of flexibility if you want to just take the ones out of the box, or if you want to completely change them or create your own. You can upload any image as your campaign to send out. So if you don't want to create it in Designs or in Command, and you want to just create it and you use something else, Publisher or something, you can always just upload that as an image too. So you have a ton of flexibility on these campaigns if you haven't done one yet. You can also just do a listing if you want to just pop your address in and advertise your listing, but we wanted to make sure we give a lot of good examples for other than just the listings too. All right, next one. The right home, the right schools, all in one search. So another great one right out of the box, warms people's hearts. Maybe they're thinking about, their kids and school and everything. So click on that. So we just wanted to pull up a couple of these to show you guys how easy it can be. Tanya, you want to add anything else on the campaigns?
On campaigns that you would run after or before, during these? There's so much to do. This one, you could market your website, you can market your app, whichever you feel comfortable with. Going back on the refi one, you can not only market for them to refinance their home to get a lower mortgage rate, but maybe also to take advantage of the equity in their home to buy that second home they've always wanted, or an investment property. There's so many easy templates in there. And then there's other things that we can do that you can create and market yourself. If you have ideas and you're creative, you can easily whip these out in Designs. And we're going to touch base on some of these here later today. And it's going to be an ongoing, continuous class showing each time we'll do a different type of marketing so that everybody can leave with a post. Listings have been showing as the most productive with getting leads. Key, use the prettiest picture. Think about when you're looking at stuff, what draws your attention. And honestly, it's typically either the inside of a home or an amazing outdoor space. So that's the main picture that you want to have, but we want to do more than one picture.
Awesome. Thanks, Tanya. Does anyone have any questions or comments on the free leads, the reimbursement for those campaigns?
And we're going to ask that everyone track these leads so we can see how productive it is. I know my team has been doing leads, and we've been doing a few more lately. And there are plenty of people in the office and in real estate in general that are paying companies like Zillow for leads and Boomtown for leads. And this is a way to really hyper focus on the material that you're sending out and into the areas that you are farming or your sphere. And so I think the timing is great for this right now.
And actually, after you send in your screenshot of your Facebook campaign to Heather regarding to get your $20 credit, I'll be touching base with each of you that does that to try to get an idea. I'll wait a few days because when you send it to her, you just created the ad to get leads. So a couple days later, I'll reach out to you and see what your response rate has been.
Yeah, and then Tanya, some of those tips, are you going to share those in your class? Are you going to share those in your class today?
All in my class.
Oh, you have to go to Tanya's class, but there are some really good tips and tricks to get more leads, just as far as the language that you use.
How you should run your ad, how long they should go, how much should you spend, what words should you not use. Mm-hmm.
All that. Okay, so that's the teaser.
My teaser.
Today too. Awesome. Well, hopefully you're excited. If people do take advantage of this, it's all summer long. It's hundreds of dollars worth of free advertising and free leads that you can get. So hopefully y'all are as excited as we are about it. You can really tell from the Monday morning energy on our call. Yes, okay. Awesome. So let's turn it over to our main topic for the day, Pop-Bys. So there's probably some people on our call that don't even know what Pop-Bys are. So Melanie, do you want to talk to this, or should we turn it over to Terry?
Yeah, I think Terry would be great too. She does a really good job of this. Terry, I can share my screen. I have some examples of what you've created, unless you have something live there that you'd like to share.
I have a lot of live ones here.
Perfect. Okay, that's even better.
So I do Pop-Bys, and just to give you a little bit why I do it, it's my way of staying in front of my past clients, current clients, my friends, even people like my hairdresser, things like that. I always make sure that they get that kind of stuff, because those are great referral partners for me. And when I started doing them, I would do them once every quarter. Our team is now doing them once a month. And so I get referrals from it. So it's a great thing. So I'm going to show you a couple of my 4th of July ones.
And Terry, I want to jump in real quick, so there's some new agents that might not know what a Pop-By is. It's just dropping something off to people.
Yep. You're just letting them know that you're thinking about them, so that you're on the top of their mind, my mind. So here is a 4th of July one. It's a cute little bucket. I don't know how, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's got sparklers in there. There's some candy, little things like that. Now, I know my clients, so some of them, if they like to have a drink, there's like a little fireball in there, some lemonade, some straws, and then I just make sure it says Happy 4th of July on there with the little tag. And I have my business card that's a sticker, actually, and I put it on the back. So some of them will get that. Then the ones I know that have kids, and you can use anything, like they'll get this little bag, and you can go to the Dollar Tree, and there's like little spray stuff for the 4th of July, little glow in the dark little things. And again, sparklers, and all kids like little straws. And this is probably like $4. And again, it's a sticker that I made on, and I stick it on that, and I drop them by their house. Another one that some of the people, if you don't want to do 4th of July, you want to do it later on, you can get these cute little cups, and there's like these little ice cubes that you put in the freezer, and you can buy them in bulk. And again, there's a fireball, lemonade, some straws, and it has my sticker on the back, and I just have to put a little tag on that one for this one. So it's just something, like I said, it's kind of fun. I enjoy doing it. Like a couple of years ago, and I keep samples that I get from my lender. This one says Pop Rocks, Happy 4th of July. And it's just his way, again, of people are, getting in front of people. This one I got from a lender also. And it's just, little champagne bottle with a little flag. So they're really simple things that you can do for the summer. I have different ones. Like when I have my new people move into my neighborhood, I have these little brown paper bags, and I have a little tag on it that says "Welcome to the neighborhood," and I put individually wrapped cookies in there, and I drop it on their door. It will have my business card in the inside, but it has who I am and where I live on it also, so that they know that I'm a realtor and that I'm their neighbor. You want me to just keep going? I got lots of them here for different.
Oh yeah, wait, let's talk cost for a sec. So I mean, those are so good, right? That's one of the reasons we asked you to talk about these Pop-Bys, because we have all seen Terry in the office, assembling them, and they're so good, right? And so you can get as elaborate as you want, or if that's not your thing, you can buy the Pop Rocks. You can do with a more simpler thing, like I've received from a lender or something, a $5 Starbucks gift card that just says, "Have your next coffee on us," right?
So why we were in quarantine, basically, or not quarantine, but stay at home, 2 of the things that I did to let everybody know is I bought these little nasturtium seeds, put a little tag on it, it said Happy Spring, and I sent probably 50 of them out in the mail, and they were to like my friends and my my book clubs, just people, my Bible study, people that I don't keep in contact a lot because they're not real, they're in my sphere, but I sent out a bunch of them and I got so many thank you notes and text messages and emails just because I was thinking of them. I also sent out, you can go online and do Starbucks cards. You can send them in an email. So that was mine from last month that I did. But I also, you can buy these cute little coffee cups and that says thanks a latte. There's a, you know, a Starbucks card inside of there, and hand those out. So I've done those before also. But yeah, these are simple, you know, $2 or $1.99 or whatever for little seeds, and put a little tag on it, send it out, and it just, people like them.
So good. Now, do you normally send them out or do you normally drop them by?
Typically I send them or I drop them by, but because we've been having to stay at home and I didn't know how people were feeling lately with everything that's going on, I didn't want to drop anything off. I'm going to do the 4th of July ones. I'm going to drop off this time because it's been a couple months. And so I feel like I need to be out and saying hi to my clients and my sphere and things like that.
And you know, that's why we were thinking, like, let's talk about this for summer as the weather gets nicer. Hopefully, should be summer soon here. As the weather gets nicer, what a great thing to do, you know, with the morning. Get outside, drop these off. You know, a lot of people are still figuring out that balance with kids at home without camp starting and things. Involve your kids, right?
Yeah.
Kids can tie on bows. Your kids can go walk around the neighborhood with you. You know, and we don't, you know, you saw from some of your examples here, you don't have to always, you know, the more elaborate ones are beautiful and amazing. But if if that's intimidating or if that's been kind of your reason to be resistant to Pop-Bys so far, send an electronic Starbucks card and it's still like that same feeling of a touch. So
I got a lot of compliments on those. And in March, when we first started this, we, with sending them, we did like lottery tickets for St. Patrick's Day. And so I saw a lot of them that my friends or clients or past clients, they put them on Facebook. You know, oh, look what I got a lottery ticket. So they were really excited about that. So, you know, and they can't, I mean, like if we had Street of Dreams going on right now, this month we would have been sending out requests for people who want Street of Dream tickets. So, I mean, sometimes they can get a little bit more expensive, but I try to keep them a little bit on the less expensive side. But, you know, but people like the Street of Dreams tickets. Unfortunately, that's not happening this year. So
how long, so when you go to deliver Pop-Bys, how many clients do you actually talk to? Versus
I would say probably about 10. I deliver about 20 to 25, and I probably see about 10 of them.
And so in a day, you take a day to deliver 20 to 25?
Well, I do east side on one day and west side on the other. So yeah, so it takes some time to deliver, but it's fun, I think. I just make my map and do it.
And people, your friends never forget.
Well, and that's the whole thing. I want them to always remember that I am in real estate. So
thank you so much for sharing. Those were great examples, and we'll see if anyone has questions for you in a sec.
Okay.
Chris, you also do Pop-Bys, right?
Unmute. Sorry. Yeah, I do Pop-Bys.
Tell us about which ones you've had success with, what your strategy is.
So I mean, it's just exactly like Terry's. So, you know, one of the things, if you're looking for ideas, if you go on Pinterest and type in Pop-Bys, everything is there. Like anything that you can think of, you could morph it. You could, you know, all the little cute sayings, you know, thanks a latte. I mean, those are all things that you can get on Pinterest. So you don't have to recreate anything. It's all right there for you. I typically do like 40 or so, 40 to 50 of them. And so I do them quarterly. I don't do them monthly, although I didn't do one for the spring this year. But ideas like this little thing I did for the fall, it's like a little cookie mix. I got it at Target for $1.99 a bag. You just attach a little bow and a little saying and you drop it off. So they can get as cute or easy as you want. I did mason jars one time. I don't have the example, but I did cookies, layered cookies in here with coconut and brown sugar and chocolate chips and all that. That was super popular. Everybody likes to eat. And I've done 4th of July ones too. In fact, I got a lot of ideas from Terry. So I think it's just ask people if you want to know like what to do, but you could make it as easy or as, you know, inexpensive as you want. And then I do the same thing. I typically, out of 40 people, may talk to like 10 because I'm typically just trying to like get them out there. And some people will catch me at the door, and some people I knock because I know that that's what they like. So it's really just dependent on who you're delivering them to.
Great. And then we have a question from Catherine in the chat. Do you guys call ahead?
No.
No. They don't know that they're getting them. So it's always a surprise.
And then sometimes, you know, if you're just leaving on a doorstep, you can text them afterward and say, hey, I left you a little surprise, you know, happy Thanksgiving or whatever it is.
Awesome. And then Pam has a follow-up. So do you knock with the intent to talk to them face to face, or do you just drop it off?
It just depends on the client. If I
Agreed.
know they're home and I want to carry on a conversation with them, I knock. Sometimes I just leave it.
Right. And I would imagine that would vary even more now with coronavirus than it did before. So, you know, what we've kind of seen is there's no right way to do it or wrong. There's no wrong way to do it, right? If you're out doing it. And for those who have never done these before, start with 5. You know, you don't have to do 40. Start with 5 on a Friday morning. Get out there and see if you have any success. Does anyone have any questions for Chris or Terry? Or does anyone else have any Pop-By tips that they'd want to share also?
Come on, Robin, I see a smile. I know you do. Unmute.
I did these in the beginning, of course, but because I'm just mostly referral based, I haven't done them in a long time. But yeah, I used to do those too. And like Terry, I put some things together. And since I live where I work, it's really a lot easier than running around, of course. But yeah, it's a wonderful thing to do. It's such a win-win most of the time. Once in a while, you know, you get them and they're not a good mood, but I try to make them smile on the way out. So the one thing I do, of course, and a lot of you know, I give out my calendar pens, and I give out probably 20 a week. And at my open houses, which I have every weekend, and we had another one this last weekend and had over 10 come through, and I gave out probably 5 of those. And I always get such a great return on that. People smile and they're just amazed and, oh my gosh. I mean, a lot of you have them in the office now too. But yeah, that's been a hit over the years, and they're so cheap. You know, you get 1,000 for $60. And
pull the calendar out of the pen.
Yeah, it's a 2-year, yeah, on both sides. I mean, I've never seen anyone else do that, and it is giving a smile to everybody. I mean, when I go into the post office or ever, I give them out all the time. I was at Home Depot yesterday, gave them one there with the guy at the cashier. I mean, just makes my day and their day, actually.
That's great. Yeah, easier than giving out your card sometimes, right? Every day you're making those connections. That's great.
Yeah. No, Pop-Bys are fun, especially, you know, to make that touch again.
Yeah.
And I do that. I even did those with people I don't know on the street, you know, here. Or I may know of them, but I don't know them very well because we're not really supposed to solicit. So I can put them in actually their mailboxes, and they don't, you know, you can't go to the door, knock on the door if you don't know them. But I have some acquaintances here that I know, and so I can get away with that. And so that's just, it's nice. Yeah.
So you start within your own neighborhood, right? Your own community. And Robin, we have a question of who is your calendar pen vendor?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Where do you get your pens from?
You know what, I'll send that over to you guys. You can put that out.
Okay, great. I have another question for Chris and Terry. How much do you spend per holiday or per Pop-By, or does it vary?
It varies for me. Like I said, the little flower one packet costs $2. My 4th of July ones probably cost anywhere from $4 to $6.
I think the most I've spent is maybe 10, but you know, when I do 10, I don't necessarily do 40 people. So I think you can just pick and choose. Like my cookie mix was $1.99, so that was super cheap. And also keeps them in your car, because depending on who you're running into, like if you go to a home inspection, give one to your home inspector. If you see an appraiser, give one to your appraiser. I mean, it's just, who doesn't like a little gift? Makes people smile.
Right. Especially right now. Who doesn't want a little gift?
And with the 4th of July coming up, it's perfect timing to think of something creative and touch base with your people.
And then Melanie, I think we pull up some slides of some of the other ideas that.
Yeah, I have a few more inspirational ideas for you guys. So kind of like what Chris was saying, you can go to Pinterest and find just about everything. So you don't have to, you know, reinvent the wheel like y'all are saying. So these are easy and fun. Let's see here. So, okay. Can you guys see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one, you know, just we've got summer coming up. We're just being kind of, I know some of these are kind of, you know, silly, but it's fun. So super affordable too. You can go to the dollar store and get an ice cream scoop. Buying or selling, call me for the scoop. Kind of cute. I think that's cute. Real estate is my jam. You can buy those little tiny jam jars. I've seen them even at Winco. You know, you can, like Terry was saying, you can do the seeds. And hers says, the real estate market is blooming. Give me a call to get growing. It's super cute. Little play on words. I just threw that one on there because it's so timely and relevant. I just had to throw it on there when I saw it. Let's unmask your home's potential. Talking about summer, so you've got the Swedish fish. It's officially summer, and I'm hooked on your referrals. So you can use these, you know, to get referrals for your database, or you could change the wording to have it, you know, apply to who you're giving it to. We've got, of course, literally popping by. So that's kind of cute. And then, like you guys mentioned as well, you know, I'm not just a realtor, I'm also your neighbor. Let people know that you're there. You're just right around the corner for them. So, and those are, you know, you just print those, and that's easy. Just kind of cute. You know, you can give them, you know, the non-frozen Otter Pops, and then that's kind of cute. Chill this summer and let me handle your real estate needs. It's kind of cute. And, you know, these a little bit, you know, more like Chris was saying, depending on who you're sending it to, but your referrals help my business bloom. And then the hand soap, if we can give you a hand with your real estate needs, you know, that's very timely and relevant right now. And then some more 4th of July, kind of like Terry was showing as well. You know, similar little baskets, just easy and cute, but just fun that people remember you and they appreciate that you took the time, you know, to stop by. And then just something really neutral, just a little something to brighten your day. Just fill a little mason jar full of goodies, you know, that's just kind of fun. And then if you want to do a gift card, let's talk about your referrals, a little gift card that could go with that, just some fun stuff just to brighten someone's day. And then if none of that sounds like something, even all of that sounds like it's even just too much work for where you're finding yourself, or you're just wanting to push even more of the easy button, there's actually a company, you guys probably have heard of it, the Pop-By.com, and they'll actually, there's different levels of service, but you can order the kits and put them together yourself and deliver them. You can order them fully assembled and you can deliver them. You can order them and they will deliver them locally. You can order them, they will deliver them by mail. There's different, you can go to this website and there's, you can see the pricing. I thought it was pretty reasonable. But you know, you can see there's different amounts that you can do if you want to do. There's the Pop-By kit of the month that they'll put you on a monthly service, which I thought was kind of fun. And just here was a couple little examples at the bottom of kind of what they're highlighting right now. Obviously with 4th of July coming up, it's just really easy but well done. And you know, just it's done for you. So there's all kinds of options on that. And if anybody needs any more help with any of this, you know, just see me or any one of us, and we'd be happy to give you some more ideas or inspiration. So yeah.
Thank you, Melanie. And chat asked if do you know if the Pop-By Co brands the items for you?
That's a great question. Yes, I believe they do. If they're putting them together for you, you provide your information to them.
Great, thank you. And then also, Catherine in the chat, you said you have a little different Pop-By experience to offer. Oh, you're on mute.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, well, I have a background in communications, everyone, and so I sort of adapted Pop-Bys to reflect who I am, and also to kind of fill a gap, a data gap out there. There's so little data that's available by neighborhood. It's mostly all by a zip code. So I have 2 farms, and I do quarterly newsletters on the real estate market in those neighborhoods. And I mail out, and some people have opted in. I do Facebook ads as well for the newsletter. So some people have given me their email addresses, and I can email them that way. But I always deliver a portion of the run, the print run, door to door. So it's a Pop-By that way. And I just, as I say, it just feels it's a good fit with me because of my communications background, and also helps me both to myself learn to actually become a market expert for those 2 neighborhoods, but also then kind of positions me that way as well with the folks who receive the newsletter.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Sure.
And that made me think of another thing too. If you want a list of the people's names and addresses for your neighborhood, if you don't know everyone or you want a wider range, you can always reach out to our friends at the title companies, and they'll provide that to you, so that as you drop them off in your neighborhood, you can, check notes or put notes into Command or whatever you use to track what conversations you've had, what you've dropped off. So our title friends can always get you that information. And then Chris popped in some more information about where to get the supplies. You can go online to the dollar store or Oriental Trading Company to get bulk supplies, and then Canva is great to make the tags. So yeah, lots of great places you can order the things from online. You can even, right now you can do Target, drive up, pick up, if you do orders. So
So one thing I've done with my buyers is when I get to go to the dollar store, I buy a little, one of those mini little red bags. I put in a small water, a pin from maybe one of the title companies, unless I had my own, of course, I had my calendar pins, and your card, and then also maybe a nutrition bar. Now this is normally more in the summer when it's warm out, because don't forget, we're going around maybe starting 10 or 11 in the morning, and sometimes we go through lunchtime, and especially I deal with the seniors, and we get the sugar low. So they are really thankful for that, and I put that on the back seat for them and say, this is your survival kit for today. And they really think that's funny, of course. And it is true. I mean, you've got your little water in your bar, and then you have your information for them to take home with them. And it probably costs about $2 because of the to get that all done.
That's great. And I think Chris has told us before about how she does that with kids stuff, like coloring books and stuff. So if the buyers have their kids around, they have something fun to do, and just a little nice extra touch.
Also, Etsy has all kinds of really, really affordable. You can just buy the template to download. And it's super affordable, just a couple dollars. And then you have that template that you can just print out, and then you just, cut it out. So that's super easy.
Well, I was going to say also, if you go to the office store and get your labels, like I bought these labels and they're blank. And if you go onto their Avery website and you pop in whatever the label number is, and you can pick and choose what you want and your wording, and it'll print off for you also. So that's really simple and easy, so you don't have to recreate something because they've got all the samples there.
Cool.
So many good tips. Morgan in the chat chimed in that Amazon's great for buying bulk things too, like simple ornaments for the holidays, and coloring books in bulk for the kid-friendly things. So lots of good tips.
Hey, and don't forget tags. Speaking of tags, don't just tag the gift that you're handing out, but tag your clients in Command with a Pop-By tag, so that you know who you're sending them to. Go back in, and now you can do a follow-up and make notes on it, or do a campaign follow-up on it. There's so many ways to track all your business inside of Command.
Right, so you remember who you gave them to. And you can do the bulk tag, right? So you can go down to your contacts and click, 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 and then put that tag into all of them, or put that note on them.
Well, easier than that, if you already have some type of a tag for those people, you can do a filter and pull that tag up, and then you can hit the one little checkbox up at the top, and the drop down says bulk tag.
Too easy.
Too easy.
So good. So many good tips from everyone. Anyone else have any Pop-By tips or questions for any of our guests today?
You can always test your Pop-Bys out on me. I'll tell you if they're okay or not.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so this is a great topic, right, for summer. You know, we're all about summer right now. Getting leads, getting ready as people get back to work and get back to business. We wanted to make sure you guys get your unfair share of leads. So whether it's from Pop-Bys, whether it's from campaigns, we want to help you get back to business with the summer in mind. So if there's anything any of us can do to help you, we were joking, we'll make tags for you for your Pop-Bys. You know, we'll help you out. So hopefully everyone can start taking advantage of those things. And then a little bit of just housekeeping. So moving forward, we're just going to have our one weekly all office team meeting. It's going to be on Monday for the next 2 weeks, but then starting in July, we're going to switch back to our old time of Tuesday at 10 a.m. And that will be moving forward. You know, we were doing Mondays during the quarantine when we had multiple meetings a week, but now that we're kind of getting back to business, it's time for just the one meeting a week, old time. So mark your calendars, the rest of June, Monday at 10, and then starting in July, Tuesday at 10. Any announcements? Anything
I
else
think
you
that's
got?
it.
Peter, any words of wisdom?
I just drop off bottles of tequila.
Hey, that's great too.
Anya approved.
Yeah, you don't have to overthink it, especially like Father's Day. You know, drop off a 6-pack of beer and a little bow or something. You know, it doesn't have to be complicated. So awesome, everyone. So don't forget about Tanya's class this afternoon if you want to learn more about how to do a campaign, especially if you haven't done one yet. But otherwise, have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
I finally figured it out.
I know.
It's our Hawaii place. That's our view from our Hawaii.
For the last 5 seconds.
Hey.
Robin.
We love it, Robin.
I love it.
Woo!